Hey guys, I've tried to record this intro so many times. This is Xx. I've been gone for a while and I just wanted to apologize for that. I've also been gone from my Etsy readings for a while, and I know so many of you have messaged me on Etsy and emailed me for a personal reading, and I'm so incredibly sorry for not getting back to you and for not providing the readings. I've gone through the most difficult hour of my life over this past year, specifically in December. If you guys hear Xx in the background crying, I am very sorry. He is also another reason as to why it's been very difficult for me to film, because he is very attached to me and he's very demanding of my time, energy, and efforts. So it's been difficult for me to sit down and read. For you guys also, again, to do the Etsy readings, I am very sorry. I wanted to make sure that when I came back, I was in a better place mentally and emotionally. And I'm feeling a lot stronger today than I have in a long time. So yeah, I'm excited. Did not forget the disclaimer. Tarot is a divination tool. It's an intuitive practice. So please take what resonates, leave what does not, you guys. If this message doesn't hit, it's not meant to hit. It's meant to hit for someone, maybe not for you, okay? Also, there's nuance to every conversation. I'm aware of that. Now you're aware of that. Without further ado, here's a clip of the piles right now. Guys, these are the 3 piles. We have group number 1 right here with the Moroccan geode, group number 2 with this heart-shaped cluster, and group number 3 with this little cute piece of agate. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to do that right now, and if you want to pick more than one pile, you guys are always welcome to do so. All right, you guys have now picked your pile. Please go ahead and check out my description box where I'll let you guys timestamps for when you're doing start with that. Let's go and jump into today's pick a card. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. Let's go ahead and start rolling the dice. All right, we have Cancer and Capricorn, the mother and the father. Your soulmate may be somebody that you have a desire to build a family with, to have children with. Obviously, I know that's not for everybody, but possible for you guys, group 1. Also, it's giving very, again, like yin and yang, masculine and feminine, because again, the mother of the zodiac, the father of the zodiac, it's giving very much stereotypical gender roles. We have Capricorn and Gemini. Hello, Capricorn, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising. Sagittarius and Taurus. Hello, Saggy. Hello, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys. If your zodiac sign did not pop up, it's okay. It could be the sign of your soulmate. It could be their moon. It could be their rising, perhaps even their Venus, you guys. Maybe even 7th house. Sure. That's that. Let's go ahead and start shuffling. I'm sorry I'm so rusty on, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not speaking properly. Can I please get a message for group 1? I want a love letter from their soulmate. What does their soulmate want to tell them? Oh. Okay. So this is a little bit of a silly message. It's like heavy and silly at the same time. So the first card that came up for you guys is the, let's get this focused. Okay, sorry guys. There. First card that came up is the 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands is talking about momentum. This is speed. This is energy forward. This is momentum, all right? So when I see this, for some of you, okay, I have to break this down just because, like, I feel like there are some of you, or perhaps a large majority of you, who picked pile 1, where you have been wanting, praying, dreaming about your soulmate your entire life. For a lot of you who picked pile 1, I feel like love is the ultimate, like, I don't want to say source of happiness, but like truly, like, love is what I feel like this pile would choose over like money or over fame, over notoriety, over power. I feel like the people who picked pile 1 today, I feel like you are the kind of person where like you would choose love over everything. And I feel like this is something that you've had inside of you since you were a child. The reason I'm saying this is because we have this 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is representing childhood. It is representing things from our past. So this is making me feel like this is a deep desire that you've held within you from childhood, or early adolescence. So we have that. We also have all this pain and anguish happening, all right? The Nine of Wands is essentially like you have to be strong. I see this as anguish. I see this as anguish. I see this as being fed up with the world, feeling exhausted, feeling depleted, feeling like everybody that you have given your heart to has just taken a big, giant caduce on you. We have that Nine of Swords. This is anxiety, sleepless nights, having, again, anxiety, depression, feeling really sad. And then this Eight of Wands is what I was trying to say. I feel like the message from your soulmate is essentially like, hold on, like I'm coming, I'm on my way. There is momentum. And the reason I'm saying that, you guys, is again, the Eight of Wands is momentum. And then I feel like there's an acknowledgement of your exhaustion. There's an acknowledgement of your pain, of your hurt, of your worries, of your anxiety. I feel like there's also this acknowledgement of like, you've wanted this since childhood and like, I'm coming. Don't lose. It's not innocence. What is the word I'm looking for? Because I don't feel like the people who picked pile one, I don't feel like you have very much innocence left. Maybe some of you do, especially if you're on the younger side. But I feel like for the majority of those who picked pile one, there's this energy here of being through or going through quite a lot. And then when I see this, it's essentially giving me again that energy of like, hold on, like I'm coming, don't lose. Don't let the world make you cold. Okay. We also have the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is essentially talking about somebody who's very charismatic, charming, somebody who's very physically attractive, somebody who brings in or attracts a lot of attention to them. We also have this Ace of Wands. This is like passion and new growth. When I see this and this together, essentially like a part of the letter from your soulmate is like, I'm attracted to you. I'm attracted to you. I can't wait to be with you physically, intimately, in the adult manner. Also, I think that there's this energy here of like them wanting you to see your power, or them wanting you to acknowledge how incredible you are, how magnetic you are. There's also like wanting to build a home together, wanting to build a future together. The reason I'm saying that, you guys, is the Ace of Wands is connected to spring. The Ace of Wands is connected to new growth, okay? Spring is a very fertile season. So having this come through with the King of Wands, it's just giving me like, I want to bring new life into the world with you. And that doesn't have to literally mean a child, you guys. Again, we did have that Capricorn and Cancer show up in the dice, so it could mean a child, but it feels to me like it's more so connected to the idea of like building a life together, or building something with one another, having a desire for that. And then again, physical attraction, because the King of Wands is spoken about in a very highly manner. He's spoken about in a very... Why? See, this is what I mean. Like, I haven't filmed in a month. I don't know how to speak anymore. I didn't know how to speak prior, but I really don't know how to speak now. He is looked at as an attractive... He's hot, okay? The definition of the King of Wands, he's hot. People look at him and they go, ooh, ah, he's hot. I want to be with him. I want to... Okay. All right. Can I please get... This is essentially what I was saying, guys. This is a husband and a wife and their children. So again, in the love letter from your soulmate, I want to have babies with you. I want to build a family with you. And maybe that's not like human children. Maybe that's not, it doesn't need, here's the thing, right? When we're talking about a public reading, when we're talking about a group reading, you guys, all of you watching this are different and you have different desires. But the basis of what the cards are saying still rings true. I want to build a life with you could mean I want to have animals with you and buy a home together. I want to build a life with you could mean I want to travel the world and spend my days with you and roll around in the sand and drink mojitos. Like, building a life with somebody is not, it doesn't need to be a cookie cutter, you know? Regardless, though, this person wants you to know that like you are their family and they have a desire to build this family, whatever that structure looks like for you guys as individuals, they want that with you. This is also like complete and total emotional happiness. So it's interesting to me. I almost feel like there's also healing in regards to intimacy. Some of you guys have been traumatized in an intimate manner or in a adult manner, and there almost feels like there there's a desire for your soulmate, or they have a desire to like heal you in an intimate manner and to fill your heart up, but also to fill you up in a way that's intimate, but in a way that's like loving and gentle and caring and like healing certain traumas from the past. Again, I know that message isn't for all of you, but there is some of you here who need to hear that. Like, it's going to be different with this person. You're not going to feel afraid. You're not going to feel like it's a chore or it's something that you're like dreading. Okay. A love letter. Okay. Putting these back, you guys, because this is a lot, number one, and I want something that's more precise. We have twin flame. This is a divine counterpart connection. Okay, so a twin flame relationship, you guys, is not an easy relationship to have. And that's not to say that we need to accept toxicity because we're like, oh, this is my twin flame. Also, you're not gonna have to stalk your twin flame. You're not gonna have to convince your twin flame to love you. I want to make this very clear. When words like this are used, what people are actually trying to describe is a soul connection, and they're trying to assign that soul connection a path, okay? And in reality, in actual reality, you guys, when you have a soul connection with somebody, when you feel deeply drawn to somebody, and you are supposed to be with this person, or there's something that is supposed to come from this relationship, it's not going to be one-sided. It's delusional and not like you're not well if you think that like your twin flame is somebody who you've never met, or your twin flame is a celebrity, or your twin flame is somebody who has no interest in you and they made it clear they have no interest in you. Like, that's like mental illness. This word is trying to describe a soul connection that is deep, that is profound, that feels beyond any other word that we can use, okay? So that is why this word is used, and I just don't want to promote or encourage anybody to be unhealthy with another person because that's scary. We have abundance, and it says, I've done the work, abundance flows to you now. Okay, so I also feel, this is really interesting. I feel like this abundance is not talking about like physical money. I feel like this abundance is talking about self-work and self-examination, self-reflection, doing the work on yourself. Your soulmate wants to relay the message to you of, I'm doing the work on myself because I want to be the best partner for you in the future. I want to be the best version of me for you when we are together. So I'm doing the work now. I think this is also an encouragement for you guys to do the work now. I didn't understand this when I was younger, but when people say like love isn't enough, like love is truly not enough, you guys. And I know there are some of you who may be a little bit, I don't want to say that. I know it's not fun to hear. I know like the idea of like love conquers all is beautiful. I think love has the ability to conquer all, but at the end of the day, love is not enough. If somebody's not willing to work on themselves, if somebody's not willing to examine themselves, like love will never be enough, okay? You've done the work, abundance flows to you now. In order for you to have this healthy relationship with your soulmate, it's important that you do the work on yourself. It's important that they do the work on themselves. A relationship is 50-50. A relationship is two people. So both people coming into this soul connection need to be willing and open to do the work, okay? I feel like what that abundance message is like, I have done the work. Like, I want to do the work for you. I'm willing to do the work for you. Can I please have, we have unexpected. It says unexpected people, events, messages, travel, or situations. For some reason, you guys, I feel the need to say like, don't search for me. Don't look for me. Don't seek me out. Don't go out of your way. Don't break yourself looking for me, because like we are going to find each other. And that's not to say not to date. I can't stand when people talk about wanting a relationship and then they do literally nothing to get into a relationship, but they do nothing to meet new people. If you are wanting to find your soulmate, obviously you have to go outside. Obviously you have to put yourself out there in some way, shape, or form. However, I think this message for you guys is essentially relaying, like, I'm going to be coming into your life in an unexpected manner, or the way that our relationship unfolds is not the way that you're thinking it's going to unfold. Also, there are some of you watching this who have an idea in your mind that just because a relationship is unfolding, or just because a relationship starts in a certain manner, makes it less important or makes it less romantic. I want you guys to be open to this relationship coming into your life in an unexpected way, or in a format that you may not be used to, okay? We have heart chakra. Awaken your heart center and let love in. Prepare yourself for love. I always say this as well. For a lot of people who are wanting to manifest love or manifest a relationship, I think it's so incredibly important to focus on yourself. And I'm not saying that in a like, just focus on yourself and then like, no, like I genuinely think, like I was saying with the abundance, you have to do the work. And the reason that's important is because if you're unhealthy and you're going into a relationship, your relationship's going to be unhealthy. Awaken your heart center, let love in, be a source of love, not just romantically, but platonically to the people who are already in your life. This is going to help you guys manifest love currently. I also feel like there are some of you, again, who have gone through significant trauma in regards to intimacy or in regards to personal relationships. And you may have a blockade in front of your heart, or you may have some type of barrier. You guys may have some type of like resistance in regards to letting people in. I'm not saying to be a fool. I'm not saying that you should be foolish and you should just trust anybody all silly willy-nilly. But I am saying if you meet your soulmate and you look at them and you go, I don't trust you, or I can't let you in because of A, B, and C, this trauma, that trauma, you're going to make it very difficult for this relationship to blossom in a healthy manner. Not to say that it won't, but it's going to be more difficult, right? So there's that. Sorry, group one. I feel like I should have gotten the cards prepared. Again, this is the first time I've filmed in weeks, months. So I apologize. Not months, but like a month. All right. Ouch. Can I get a message? Yeah, you guys, there's a really big message here of like children. Okay, so if you guys pick this pile and you don't want kids, valid. However, your soulmate like keeps bringing up kids, okay? Kids. And then with, again, the mother and the father of the zodiac showing up, kids, children. So your love life is being affected by children. I want to make babies with you. I want to have a family with you. And you guys see how there's 3 dogs in this picture as well. So I am somebody where I know there's obviously a difference between humans and animals. I know there's a difference. However, you can have a family with somebody and just have animals with them. Like you don't need to push anything out your hoo-ha. So, or have somebody else push something up, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is you don't have to have humans in your family in order to have a family. So children showing up though, because I do feel like for a lot of you, you may have a desire for that. I also feel like it's very possible that your soulmate is wanting to relate to you. Like, I want to have babies with you, or I want to have a family with you. I want to have puppies with you. We have chemistry. It says there is a strong magnetic attraction here. So I know this is very random, you guys, because I feel like this message keeps showing up as well, but it's like mixed in with all this heavy stuff, right? Like the trauma, acknowledging your trauma, trying to say like, I want to make you feel safe and comfortable. I want to fill your emotional cups. I want you to know I'm willing to do the hard work in this relationship and on myself. But then also like we're sprinkling in this like lusty, sensual energy of this chemistry, of this physical attraction. And it feels almost out of place to me. Maybe it's just because we're trying to pack in as much into the message as we can, but there is an acknowledgement, again, of physical attraction here. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here, chemistry, again, physical attraction, adult attraction, lust. Not lust, but I can't say the S word without getting in trouble. So it's not lust, it's schmexual energy, but we have retreat as well, and it says it's time to disconnect from the world. Okay. I feel like with this card, this is talking about essentially like when I'm with you, I feel completely at peace. When I'm with you, when we are together, like I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not thinking about work. I'm thinking about you and me and what's in front of us. That's what this retreat feels like to me. It feels like being with you is like a vacation. Being with you is a retreat. There's also, for some reason, I'm picking up on like a strong sense of like friendship here as well. A strong sense of like, I want to come home to you and feel at peace with you and snuggle with you. Like, it's giving me that type of vibe. We have seeking help. I love this. Seeking help, talking, conference, and consult. So going back to the abundance, you've done the work, abundance flows to you now. Seeking help is doing the work, right? Again, I think your soulmate is acknowledging the fact that they are willing to do the work. They are willing to not walk away when things get difficult. They're willing to put in the effort, the energy, the time. They're willing to spend money on the relationship. They're willing to seek professional help if that's needed for the relationship. This is important, you guys, because obviously all relationships have flaws. Obviously all relationships have difficulties. So then seeing something like this, again, I'm just seeing it very much connected to the fact that they are willing to do the work and they want to relay that to you in this message. I'm willing to do the work. I'm willing to show up for you, for us. We have reconcile, resolving conflicts, letting go of the past, forget the hate. So you guys may have a very difficult period in your relationship, and that should not deter you guys. And when I say difficult, I'm not talking about cheating. I'm not talking about physical abuse. I'm not talking about adult inappropriate abuse. I'm talking about like miscommunications. I'm talking about questionable actions perhaps, but not like, again, someone physically cheating on you is not okay. Somebody physically hurting you is not okay. Somebody physically doing things that are inappropriate, not okay. So I just want to make it clear, you guys, I will never ever say that it's okay for you to stay in a relationship with somebody who is toxic in that manner. But the reality is there's no such thing as a perfect person. You and your soulmate, even though this is your soulmate, you guys will have conflict. And I feel like that's why there are so many messages here about seeking help. I'm willing to do the work, or you've done the work. Abundance flows to you. The more I'm willing to work on this relationship, the more I'm willing to, or the more I feel like this relationship has the ability to grow in strength. I do believe that you guys will be reconciling in this relationship. I do believe you guys will have the ability to resolve conflict. And I think that these conflicts that you guys are facing together is going to bring you two closer together. We have the Prince here as well. This is protection, kindness, and undertake. All right, let's get, I think I'm gonna pause this really quick and go get some more decks for you guys. Group one, let's continue shuffling. Can I please get a letter from group one soulmate? A letter from group one soulmate. A letter from group one soulmate. Yeah, okay. So you guys, this person's intentions, your soulmate's intentions with you, again, despite the fact that I do believe that there will be mountains for you guys to climb together, I do believe this person has really solid, pure intentions with you. I think that the love that they have for you is pure, and I think that their intentions, again, what they want to do with that love towards you is pure. I also see this as like, again, very intentional actions in regards to like being willing to work through issues, seeing you as their life partner, seeing you as somebody who they are like, yes, like you are my person, you are the person I am choosing, and I am intentionally putting my time, energy, and effort towards making this work. Okay. We also have reflection, and this is what I was talking about with the seeking help and the abundance. I think that in order to, right, take accountability for mistakes you may have made in the relationship or they have made in the relationship, it takes somebody who has the ability to reflect. Somebody who has the ability to reflect on their own actions and their own wrongdoings and like what they can improve upon, right? So when I see this again, this is telling me like the message to you from your soulmate is I am willing to reflect on my own bad behavior or my own bad habits in order to make our relationship stronger. We also have I want you in my arms, which again, I just think it's so cute and funny how there's a sprinkle of like flirty intimacy here in this reading that they want to relay to you, but also like really serious stuff. So I want to hold you in my arms. I need you. I know some people can see this as toxic. Personally, for me, if somebody does not need me, I don't want them. Like if I am not a need in your life, then like, okay, thank you, next. Like I will go to the next one who does need me. And obviously like that, there may be some caveat to that. Like, right, that could be taken too far. However, I think that this is coming off, or the way that I'm interpreting this, it seems very sweet. I need you. I want you. I desire you. We have talk to me as well. So communication is obviously going to be something that is important to this person in your guys' relationship, especially when you guys are working through the hurdles. Let me go ahead and get some astrology for you guys. Can I get some astrology? Like I just said, Mercury, communication. Think, learn, network, and communicate. Mercury. Can I please... We've got water here. This is spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. I do think that there's a message here that's talking about how deeply they feel for you. I feel very deep for you. That's why I'm willing to do all these things. That's why I'm willing to work through these issues. That's why I'm willing to seek help. That's why I'm willing to reflect. That's why I'm willing to do what is necessary to get us to a place where we are happy, where we are safe, where we feel comfortable with each other, where we feel like we can tell each other anything. There's a lot of love here as well. There's a lot of love here. Venus showing up is interesting. It says, give and receive love, find value, see beauty. Venus is obviously the planet of love. And then we have yang energy. This is proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Okay, so again, there's a message here for you guys of like, I'm coming. For those of you who are not in union with this person, you need to know that they are coming, okay? I need you guys to not give up hope, to not give up faith. I need you guys to continue to try, to push yourself, to put yourself out there, to meet new people, even if it's just friends. This person's coming. And I think that some of you need to hear that. For those of you where you've met this person, I think that this is a message of like, things are gonna get better. This person's willing to do the work. If this person's not willing to do the work, this person's not your soulmate. Your soulmate is willing to do the work. Your soulmate is willing to show up for you. Your soulmate's willing to be patient for you. Your soulmate's willing to sacrifice for you, okay? And I think that that's really important for me to let you guys know. I'm gonna go ahead and pull a few more. A message from group number one, soulmate. I surrender all negative beliefs that no longer serve me and replace them with loving thoughts and intentions. From this moment on, I will listen only to the voice of love. Your love is an endless source of inspiration. This is so interesting. Trust in the healing power of love, for it's only through love that happiness is possible. Observe all that transpires, but don't get emotionally attached. The storm will clear. You can be an assistance to the one you love only if you remain positive. Okay, so again, you guys, I have no desire to like paint this in a negative light. I have no desire to paint this love letter from your soulmate in a negative light. However, I need you guys to accept that humans are humans, okay? There's no such thing as a perfect human. There's no such thing as a perfect relationship, even if that relationship is with your soulmate, okay? There's potential for growth. There's potential for happiness. There's potential for longevity, but there's no potential for perfection, okay? I want that to get out of your guys' head. There's no potential for perfection. So trust in the healing power of love, you guys. I think that is the message you guys definitely need to hear in regards to your soulmate. This is I also want to go back really quick. The healing power of love. Again, for those of you where you've been screwed over, some of you have been screwed over in really significant ways. Some of you less so. Regardless, it does not matter. Your soulmate wants you to know that like through love, you guys are going to be able to heal not only yourselves, but your relationship, okay? We have, this is a favorable time for matters of the heart, a time of inspiration and healing. A relationship blossoms. Your heartfelt aspirations now manifest lovingly into reality. Again, I think the overall message for you guys, group one, or one of the overall messages is like, they're coming. Like they want you to know that they are coming. They're on their way. They're like, BRB, babe, I'm on my way. Anyways, we have a loving thought triggers a loving response. Your love is felt and appreciated, and an angel surrounds you. A sacred union is born, a union of twin souls within a threefold flame. So again, like twin flame energies here. I don't care how you guys choose to take that. I just would like to repeat myself. Twin flame energy is not anything. It's just describing a soul connection. If somebody shows you or communicates to you that they have no romantic interest in you, that is not your twin flame, okay? That is mental illness that is trying to tell you that they want you. They don't. Okay. What is the love message from your soulmate group 1? Essentially, I think it's this. Number 1, I'm on my way. I'm coming to you, all right? Prepare yourself for this relationship, because once we are together, it's going to be easier for our relationship and for us to be together if we are both in a healthy place. So I also feel like there's a message, you guys, of seeking help and not being ashamed to seek help, not being afraid or ashamed to work through certain issues in the relationship. Our relationship will not be perfect, but our relationship will be worth working for, worth fighting for. I also feel like this person wants you to know that their intentions are pure, even when their actions or even when certain things that they may do or say seem a little bit misguided or seem a little bit out of place, their intentions and their feelings for you is in the right place. I also feel, again, like this person feels like communication between the two of you is extremely important. I think communication for them is extremely important. Having really deep emotional, intimate conversations is something that I feel like they want to have often, and I was gonna say often and frequently. Same word, Xenus. I think this person values having really deep emotional conversations, you guys. That's what I'm trying to communicate. What else is there? They're extremely attracted to you. They want you to know that they're extremely attracted to you. Your guys' physical intimacy. For some of you, again, it's going to be a very healing experience. And the family message, right? I want to have a family with you. And again, for some of you, that's going to mean different things. For some of you, that could literally just be the two of you. Some of you, it could involve animals. It could involve a home. It could involve you guys just blending your current families together, creating life together. It's going to mean a different thing for all of you. But that is something that's really important to this person to communicate to you as well. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 1. Thank you guys so very much for allowing me to read for you today. If you are looking for a personal reading, those will be in the description box. I love you guys. Thank you again. I'm sending you an abundance. I already said that. I'm saying abundance of love. Oh, thank you for bearing with me. I love you. Bye. Hello, group 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with the dice, you guys. We've got Capricorn and we've got Aries. Hello, Cappy. Hello, Aries. Love you guys. Sun, Moon, Rising. Also, the white stuff on my hands, you guys, is just clay, okay? I was playing in some clay earlier. Sorry about that. We've got Sagittarius and Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising. Sagittarius, Leo. Aries and Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, you guys, all right? If your sign didn't pop up, you guys, that is literally okay. The dice are designed as extra. It's designed as dessert. Essentially, it's just extra confirmation. So if it didn't show up, it's okay. Let's go ahead and get into your letter, you guys. Oh, my neck. Oh my God. Okay. Can I please get a message, a letter for group number something flipped? Something flipped. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm just out of practice. Okay. A letter for group 2. There we go. Okay. A letter for group 2. A letter for group 2 from their soulmate. Na, 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 na. This is a rougher reading. I feel like the last reading was a bit rough as well, you guys. I almost have a desire to like reshuffle just because I hope it's not my own energy that is coming off into the cards.
I am a bit concerned about that. I'm going to go ahead and read what is coming out, and then I'm going to reshuffle. And I don't think I've ever done that in any readings, but again, this feels very much like it's mirroring my own energy, so I'm not wanting to do that for you guys, but I'll read this just in case it does resonate with any of you. We have the Tower here, okay? So when the Tower is showing up in a reading and we're talking about a love letter from your soulmate, this is essentially acknowledging the fact that this is going to be, that love has the ability to be painful. This relationship with this person may also be painful. We have the Queen of Wands, and she is somebody who's very beautiful. She's somebody who's extremely magnetic. The thing about the Queen of Wands that gives her a little bit more depth than the King is the fact that the Queen of Wands has merged with her shadow side. She's very self-aware. She understands that there's light and there's dark. She understands that she's not a perfect person as well. So I don't know if for some of you this is a message of like you and your soulmate both having like similar darknesses about you or similarities in regards to like, I was gonna say your demons, your monsters. The Tower is obviously destruction and chaos. The Queen of Wands is beauty, being magnetic, being charming, but also being very self-aware of the world around her. So there's that. We also have generosity showing up. I don't know if this is a message of like your soulmate wanting to relay to you that they have a desire to be generous with you. They have a desire to provide for you. That is very possible here with this Six of Pentacles. It's a very giving card, a very generous card. We also have a Crossroads. Now I want to make this super, super clear, you guys. At the end of the day, we all have a choice, okay? Again, I'm going to reshuffle just because this is very much mirroring my own situation. But there's always a choice, all right? Just because somebody's your soulmate does not tie you to that person, does not mean that you lose your free will. Somebody being your soulmate is not stripping you of your ability to choose for yourself. And I want to make that clear to all of you. You can love somebody and choose to walk away from them. You can love somebody with every atom of your body and still choose to walk away because of whatever reason. Now, we have the Nine of Cups and we have the Ten of Swords. This is giving me, and I'm not trying to, again, project at all, but this is giving me very Saturnian energy. It's giving me, I'm going to make you suffer, and then I'm going to reward you. This may be a relationship that is heavy, challenging, maybe even provoking. It may be a relationship that mirrors, like you two may mirror each other, or your traumas may mirror off of each other. It may be very, very challenging, but again, getting through this death, getting through this challenging situation may bring beautiful results. Especially because at the end here, we do have the Lovers. And the Lovers is two soulmates coming together. And at the end of the day, like, again, we all have free will. We all have the free will to choose and decide for ourselves. This relationship specifically may be a relationship that isn't necessarily the easiest, but you may feel as if it's worth it. Now, with that being said, guys, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to reshuffle because, again, I feel like this is very much mirroring my own situation. Some of you may have needed to hear that for group number 2, but I want to try to see if I can pull energy that is not relating to myself. Okay, different deck. Can I please get a love letter for group 2 from their soulmate? A love letter for group number 2. And I want to make it clear for those of you who just resonated with that first 5 minutes, that could still very much apply, okay? These things are not mutually exclusive. Can I please have... Yeah, okay. Confirmation. Yeah. It's very similar, so I do think that that first part was meant for a lot of you. Can I have confirmation? Are we just all going through the same stuff? Are all of our soulmates just unwell? Okay. Damn, okay. All right, guys, I'm going to read this. Be warned, it is not the nicest message. We have the Four of Wands, all right? Now, this is stability. This is your soulmate relaying the message to you of, I want stability with you. I want marriage with you. I want consistency with you. I want to protect you. I want stability with you. These are all desires, hopes, and dreams coming from your soulmate. They want to relay that message to you of, I want you. I want, again, stability with you. So there's that. We have the Magician. And the thing about the Magician, you guys, is he's completely and utterly useless if he does not believe in himself. He's completely and utterly useless if he does not believe that he has the capabilities of creating the reality that he wants. So what I want to say to you guys in regards to this connection, your soulmate wants you to understand that if you both want this bad enough, you will have the ability to have this relationship flourish, okay? This isn't a desire, or this isn't a matter of desire or a matter of, do we have the tools? We have the tools that we need to make this work. It's a matter of, do I want to? It's a matter of, do I want to take the tools in front of me and utilize them to benefit me? Or do I want to throw my hand up in the air and say, like, I can't do this? This is a matter of choice, okay? The Magician has a choice. He can choose to use what's in front of him. He can choose to utilize the resources, the tools, the magical objects that he has at his fingertips, or he can choose to not. So I think that there is a message here in your letter from your soulmate of, like, this is our choice. We have the resources. We have what it is we need. We have the foundation of what we need to make this work. It's a matter of, do we want to? We have the Queen of Cups as well. This is psychic abilities, you guys. This is also emotional intelligence. You guys may, and I do find this to be the case oftentimes with a lot of people who are connected to their soulmates, either spiritually, like they feel their soulmate really strong, or whether they're physically with their soulmates. I do find a lot of women, especially, and maybe it's just because most of my most people who get personal readings from me are women. I do have some men, love you guys the most, but I do find that women who are in relationships with their soulmate, they do tend to be more psychically, their psychic abilities tend to be more heightened, is I guess the word I would use. So when I see this and we're talking about the letter from your soulmate, it gives me the energy of, like, you know it's me. Like, you know and I know, like, we both have this inner knowing of, like, we are meant to be together, or we feel drawn to each other, attached to each other beyond just the physical, beyond just our physical bodies. There's also a message here again of, like, creating a safe space emotionally, creating an environment in which it's like, I feel protected, or I feel safe to be vulnerable with you. I feel safe, or I feel like I have the ability to be raw with you. Now, this is giving me very, like, water moon energy. It's giving me very, like, Pisces moon, Cancer moon, Scorpio moon energy, and creating an environment where the other person is either forced, Scorpio moon, or there is an environment that's created for this person to feel safe. Now, I don't know if this is, like, you're creating this environment or you're forcing this emotional intimacy, or if it's vice versa, but it feels to me like a space in which we are divulging, right, the depths of our sea. So there's that. We also have the Ace of Cups. This is a very deep and emotional relationship. This is a very, very deep and emotional relationship. This is not a surface level relationship where it's like, oh, you're so pretty. I love you. I like you because you're so hot. Like, that's not the relationship this is. This is beyond, again, the flesh. This is deeper than that. I also think that you guys trigger each other, like, so much. And I don't know why I'm saying that. I guess just the Ace of Cups in combination with all of this down here is making me feel like you two have the ability to push each other's buttons really easily. And not necessarily in a bad way, but in a way that forces the other to bring about emotions that they may have a tendency or a desire to not acknowledge, or to stuff down. I'm almost seeing this as, like, extracting, this is such a weird analogy or a weird vision that I'm seeing, but it's like extracting gold from, like, the bottom of a riverbank. it feels very much like we are taking something that was meant to stay in the ground or meant to stay buried, and we are like extracting it from the earth. That's what this emotional connection feels like. It's like we are almost extracting something from the earth in a very forceful manner. We have the Eight of Cups. This is talking about walking away and a death. So if it was just this card, you guys, I would say, oh, like this is essentially your soulmate acknowledging that they don't want you to walk away, or they fear you walking away. But I think that there's going to be a point in this relationship where you quite literally do walk away, or there's quite literally a death in the relationship. Now, I don't mean a death like a physical, like your body's dying. I mean a physical death in regards to this relationship will start off in one manner, like it'll start off with one energy and it will completely shift. There will be a major event that causes the relationship to shift, and there will be a portion of the relationship that dies. This death is a positive thing. This death is a really positive thing, because without this death, you guys are not going to be capable of moving to the next phase of the relationship. And in the moment, right, you guys, death always seems scary. It always seems sad. It always seems like this, like not, right? Death invokes strong emotions. Death is sad. Death is heavy. However, death is necessary. It's a necessary part of life. The death of this relationship, or the aspect of this relationship, is necessary in order for you guys to move forward. What you guys were previously building in this connection was not going to make you happy long term, and it wasn't going to make them happy long term, okay? The Eight of Cups is essentially, right, it's cups that we look at, and at one point it made us really happy. At one point we were like, oh, this is what I want. This is what I need. I love these Eight of Cups. And then we start to realize, things start to reveal themselves, and we realize, oh, shoot, that's not going to make me happy. So this death is coming in, because if you guys would have stayed here with this Eight of Cups, you would have been miserable. The death in this relationship had to take place in order for this relationship to transform in a positive manner. We have the Devil. The Devil is essentially talking about toxicity. It's talking about feeling chained, feeling shackled to something toxic. Okay. Now, the reason why I don't believe that this is like your soulmate expressing like, oh, our relationship's going to crumble and we're not going to be together. The reason why I don't think that is because the card that came out to confirm the Devil is the Emperor. And if there's any card that can overcome, or any, if there's any major arcana card or character in tarot, perhaps besides the Chariot, that can overcome the toxicity of the Devil, I would say it's the Emperor. The Emperor is a leader. He is somebody who has the ability to take initiative. He's somebody who's extremely strong-willed, somebody who is disciplined, somebody who's responsible and reliable, somebody who's very wealthy, somebody who's a hard worker. If there's anybody, again, perhaps besides the Chariot or the Strength, that has the ability to overcome the Devil, I would say it's the Emperor. So the fact that this is coming up, this is telling me that whatever toxic habits or toxic cycles that are taking place in the soulmate connection, I do believe that they are going to be dissipated, because we have this Emperor here. We have the ability to overcome. We have the strength to overcome. We have the strength to move forward. Okay. So getting into your guys's oracle cards. Oh, okay. I have the letter from their soulmate. I'm going to read the bad one first. We have external party. This is karmic contracts, family, finances, and other material concerns or responsibilities are causes of interference and stress. So these things, right? Like your guys' relationship with your soulmate, like your soulmate may be trying to relate to you in this message of like, it's not your fault. Like, it's not your fault that our relationship got to the point that it got. It almost feels to me that there are contributing factors to this relationship that have caused stress on it, that have caused perhaps toxicity on it. And there is a need to address the outside sources of stress or the outside sources of unhappiness in the relationship in order for us to move forward. So there's an external party that is perhaps inflicting pain upon the relationship or inflicting stress upon the relationship. Now we also have take a chance. You can't grow in your comfort zone. Stepping into the unknown is trusting the universe. Go for it. Now, before I say what I'm going to say, you guys, I need to make it very clear. I do not promote physical abuse. I do not think that you should stay with somebody who is physically violent. I do not think you should stay with somebody who is abusive in the adult manner. I don't think you should stay with somebody who is going to gaslight you, psychologically harm you, somebody who's physically cheating on you. I think all these things are wrong. But especially like the physical, the adult, and the cheating is not, like, you don't stay with somebody like that. Like, that is not, your soulmate's not going to go stick their ding dong in a coconut. Like, they're just not doing that. So if that is going on, that is not your soulmate. Period. Point blank. However, humans are imperfect. Humans are imperfect. You know what? Let's take the coconut and the ding dong out of this equation. Physical abuse and adult abuse. We're not standing by that. We're not standing by that. We're not doing that, okay? Your soulmate needs to go learn some lessons in this life before they can be in a relationship. Take a chance. I feel like this is essentially saying this relationship is going to take a lot of work. Trusting the universe, go for it. You can't grow in your comfort zone. This is telling me that this is going to be a challenging relationship. This is going to be a relationship in which you grow a lot, because if you are not growing, you're comfortable, right? If you're comfortable, you're not growing. So this is going to be an uncomfortable relationship that forces you to face a lot of things. Now, this could be facing things within your partner, facing things within your own patterns or habits in relationships, facing things about your childhood, their childhood. This seems like a very uncomfortable relationship, but it feels like we are uncomfortable in the relationship to then get to a place in which we are capable of growing. Not to say that this relationship will forever be uncomfortable, but I do think it's going to at least start out uncomfortable. Maybe start out happy and like blissful, right? Honeymoon, and then get to a place where it's uncomfortable and it's forcing us to grow and to change and to evolve. We also have trust, a need to trust in the divine plan at this time, regardless of the external. This relationship, your soulmate wants to relay to you that this relationship is going to require a lot of trust and a lot of faith. I don't think it's just in them either. I think it's also within yourself. The universe, obviously, as well. Patience, yeah. Okay. Patience, everything will unfold in divine timing. You guys need to know, your soulmate wants you to know that this relationship is going to require patience. They love you so much, but they want you to be patient with them. And in return, they will be patient with you. Okay. We also have here and now. It says your true love is already a part of your life. So for some of you, you are already with this person. Maybe you guys have already gone through these challenges and you're just looking for confirmation that this person is your person. For those of you who have yet to meet this person, I don't want these challenges to scare you off, because I don't think that these are challenges that you don't have the ability to overcome. I think it's just going to require a certain amount of patience, and I think it's also going to require a certain amount of letting go and reflection. We have the Count. This is narcissistic, attractive, noble, and sincere. Okay. So here's the thing, you guys. I'm not saying that this person who is your soulmate is a narcissist, but this person may have gotten into a habit or into a ritual of behaving very narcissistically. If somebody is allowed to, for their whole life, act like a narcissistic pig, they're gonna be a narcissistic pig, right? That's not to say that they have the diagnosis of narcissism or that they are a literal diagnosed narcissist. Being selfish and self-centered is a learned behavior for a lot of people who can unlearn that behavior, okay? I want to strongly advise for a lot of you to remove yourself from people who act in this manner. However, for some of you, this could be a situation that you're going through with somebody who you love very deeply. And I think that the only thing that you can do in that situation, if you choose to stay, is to teach that person how to not be a selfish pig. Attractive, noble, and sincere. Somebody who's honest, somebody who has good intentions, even if they are acting perhaps in a narcissistic manner. Just because somebody's a narcissist doesn't necessarily mean they're a bad person. Oftentimes that is the case. It's not always the case. So there's that. We have determination. This is courage, perseverance, no more indecisiveness, and firmness. Okay. So perseverance is like persevering through difficulties. Courage is facing challenging situations, going forward even though you're afraid. I do feel like, again, for a lot of you who picked this pile, Unfortunately, or fortunately, this is a relationship that is very much connected to the planet Saturn. I don't know if this person is a Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn, maybe some of you guys are going through your Saturn return when you meet this person, but it feels very karmic. And just because something is karmic doesn't mean it's bad. People, especially today, really do take the word karma and they turn it into a bad thing. However, we forget that there's also good karma. It could be that this person is coming into your life to teach you a lesson. That's not to say that they're going to leave your life, though. Perhaps they're coming into your life to open your eyes to certain negative things about yourself. And in return, like, they're seeing certain negative things about themselves, and that is building a stronger relationship that has the ability to withstand difficulty. If a relationship can be blown away over something silly, then like that relationship obviously is not worth fighting for. This relationship seems like there's a lot of complexity here between the two of you, and there's a need for you both to have trust that there is love here. There's a need for both of you to have trust that like you both are going to show up every day and work for the relationship. We have Rosaline. This is conserve, chastity, serious, and formal. So this is a very serious relationship. And I feel like for a lot of you, this relationship may not start to reveal itself until you are already married. For some of you, this relationship is not going to reveal itself in a like dark manner until you guys are already very serious with each other. I also feel like there is a need to conserve energy with this person, to set strong boundaries with this person. I know this is meant to be a love letter, you guys, but I'm almost seeing this more so as like the layout of this relationship. And essentially the only message I'm getting is like, we're gonna be okay. Like, be patient with me, we're gonna be okay. We have dream as well. This is prophecy, hint, guidance, oracle, reveal, and symbolize. All right. So when I see a message like this show through, this is telling me again that you guys are going to be fair. Your psychic abilities are going to be heightened at the time in which this person's coming into your life. Okay. Let's get another. Can I please get a love letter from group for group number 2? You deserve love. You're lovable. Here's the thing, guys. Let's all be super honest. Humans like suck. Like, low-key humans suck. And I don't mean that in a way to discourage anybody, but like, there are things about you that are probably awful. There are things about me that are awful. Like, humans, more times than not, have really crap qualities, right? A lot of us carry wounds. A lot of us carry a lot of darkness. And I want to be clear again, I am not excusing physical abuse or adult abuse, and I mean like in the adult manner abuse or things like that. Like, I don't promote that. I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's something that anyone should stay with. I don't think that's behavior that can be rectified. I think there are instances where cheating can be like, you can heal from that. I think sometimes, not often, but I do think that that is possible. I don't think that it's possible to be with somebody who like hits you and then they get therapy and then everything's better. Like, I don't think that that's ever an okay situation to stay in. When I see this, I feel like there is a fear between two people of like, I know my monsters and now I'm seeing yours, and like two people being afraid essentially to be vulnerable or to show each other the shadow. And reality is like, we all do deserve love regardless of our monsters. We all do deserve love regardless of our shadows. And when I see this, when I see you are lovable, when I see you deserve love regardless of the darkness that is within you. You deserve love regardless of the worst thing that you've ever done in your life. You still deserve love. And I think this is vice versa. And I also think that that's why this relationship, there may be a breaking down of this relationship at some point, because it's like you have to reveal your darkness to this person and they have to reveal their darkness to you. And that, I feel like, is causing this relationship to die, but to die in a way that's productive for growth. We have to address the devil in order to banish him, right? We can't just pretend, we can't just close our eyes and pretend like the devil is not here. We have to acknowledge that that darkness is here, and we have to take initiative to remove it. And I feel like that's what the you deserve love, you're lovable is talking about. It's like, you deserve love regardless of your darkness. They deserve love. Your soulmate deserves love regardless of their darkness. And again, that's not saying physical, adult, intimate abuse. That's not. You need to go get therapy before you deserve love for that. But other than that, things outside of that circle, I feel like you're capable of working through it or getting help for that. We have, it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. It's safe to love. It is safe for you to love this person despite their darkness. It's safe for them to love you despite your darkness. And that is what I believe a true soulmate connection is, right? It's like, I see all of you and I still love you. I see all of you and I still choose you. I see all of you and I still want to be patient. I still want to do this with you, despite the fact that I see every disgusting, gross, dark, monstrous thing about you. Okay. Oh, we also have rings at the bottom of the deck. So this relationship could be headed towards union. We have expressive, faith, or expression, playfulness. So there's a desire to keep the relationship fun and playful. There's a desire to keep the relationship fresh. And I think that's important for all relationships, to have an element of playfulness. We also have expression. I think, again, look at this depiction within itself is so dark, and it just feels to me like we are revealing ourselves to this person fully and wholly, and like same with them. And when you reveal yourself to somebody in this manner, it may not, like, you may not like what you see. You may not like how dark it is, right? And I feel like with this, we're coming to a place with this person, with our soulmate, where it's like we are, again, seeing all of them and they are seeing all of us. There's no hiding anymore. We have faith. So this is what I ultimately think is going to keep this relationship together, is going to keep your souls tied together, is the fact that you both have faith that, like, you are my soulmate, I am your soulmate, like, we are supposed to be together, we are supposed to work through this. I have faith that, like, my love for you is strong enough for us to overcome this, and vice versa, okay? I'm sorry this is so heavy, you guys. Can I please... get a message? This is the fear, you guys. For a lot of you, this relationship is going to feel very karmic. And some of you are going to survive this karmic phase or this purging in the relationship. Some of you are not. I feel so confused. You're going to feel confused because you're going to know that this person loves you so incredibly deeply. You're going to know this person wants you, this person loves you, this person cares about you. Their actions or their behavior may not reflect that, and that may cause confusion. Okay, you guys? Now, this is not to say somebody who says, I don't want to be with you, secretly wants to be with you. I want to make that very clear. If somebody states they don't want to be with you, if somebody is showing you that they don't want to be with you, it's because they don't want to be with you. Now, if somebody loves you and they make a mistake, that can be very confusing, right? And what is a mistake? A mistake could be you are out at the bar too late and you don't call me. Or a mistake could be you lied about something or you misled me in some way. And maybe there was good intentions behind that lie or behind like being misled, but like I feel confused because why would somebody lie to me who loves me? Things like this. I'm not talking about like, again, crazy things. Again, for some of you, it could even be like cheating, or it could be like micro cheating. Like, why did you give that girl your number when like you say you love me? That could cause feelings of confusion, you guys. We also have you deserve better than me. So that is what I'm talking about with like the darkness. I feel like oftentimes for a lot of humans, like the fear is if somebody really seen me for who I was, like I wouldn't be worthy of love, or I wouldn't feel like I'm deserving of love. So when I see something like this show up, again, you are lovable, you deserve love. You deserve love despite the darkness. And that's not to say that you should allow the darkness or the devil to take over, but that is to say you are still deserving and worthy of love. This person may not feel worthy of your love. Maybe you don't feel worthy of their love. You make me feel things. Again, I was saying this with the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're extracting emotions from this person that they have decided or chosen that they don't want to acknowledge. And perhaps they've chosen or decided not to acknowledge these emotions for an extended period of time. And in being with you, they are finally forced to face those emotions. I'm lost in you. I'm lost in you. This is essentially like being with you is consuming. Being with you is unlike any other relationship I've been in previously. I also feel like there's an element here of, I don't want to call it desperate energy, but it feels very much like I won't be the same without you, or I don't feel like I'll ever be able to love again without you. Okay. You are an angel of light. Before you, I surrender past and future. All that matters is this moment. My heart is transformed every time you're near. I think you're transforming this person. Again, I think this devil has been something that they've dealt with for a long time. And in being in this relationship with you, they're finally forced to face the devil. Every loving thought is a seed of love. Sometimes the seed sprouts instantly, and other times it lies dormant for a while. The timing really doesn't matter. Love always grows into greater love. From a physical perspective, some relationships may seem less than perfect, yet from a higher perspective, all relationships are sacred, for they help. This is exactly what I've been saying. For they each help us grow in love and wisdom. I am now recognizing that that is not super clear. There we go. Okay. Here, I'll just go through that again. And okay, group number 2. So essentially, if you were drawn to group number 1 and you decided to go to group 2, they're essentially the same reading. Group 1 was slightly different. What is the message? First of all, you deserve love despite the bad qualities. You deserve love despite the worst thing you've ever done. For some reason, Gypsy Rose just popped into my head. Exactly. Like, you deserve love despite the worst thing that you've done. You deserve love despite any darkness that you may have experienced or acted upon. You still are deserving of love. That does not mean that you are just a disposable human being just because you have negative qualities, because you have a devil within you, or because you have a monster within you, however you guys want to word that. I also feel like that is going to be required of you guys, though, vice versa. Okay. So my message to you guys from your soulmate, what it feels like to me, is I want you, all of you individually who are here at the end, think about who you are. Not your public perception, not the way your friends see you, not the way your family sees you, but how you are alone by yourself. How you are in your mind. Think about the worst thing you've ever done. Think about the worst things you've ever said. Your soulmate is mirroring that. And I want you to ask yourself, can I handle that? Because that is essentially like what you're going to have to face. I don't think this is, again, a relationship or a connection that is necessarily like, I'm an angel and this person's just so awful. Like, that's not the energy I'm getting. I'm getting this is very like mirrored, okay? The worst things about you are the worst things about them. And facing that in another person is difficult. Working through that is even harder. But I think if you guys are patient with each other, there's enough love here for this relationship to be able to get to the other side of that. But I think it's just going to require a lot of maturity, a lot of work, and a lot of, again, self-examination and being extremely honest with yourself about, again, the darkness within you. So that's what I have for you guys. I'm sorry that this was such a heavy reading. I love you guys and I hope this was helpful. And I completely forgot how to freaking end these. I love you guys. I hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you guys really soon. Okay, bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to quickly go through the dice. Gemini and Pisces. Hello, Gemini. Hello, Pisces. Aquarius and Libra. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Libra. Aries. I'm so sorry, not Aries. Sagittarius and Aquarius. Sagittarius, Aquarius. Okay, Sun, Moon, Rising. If your sign didn't pop up, it's okay, you guys. The dice is extra. It's dessert. That could be your sign. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or your partner, your future partner, your soulmate sign. I was like, that doesn't sound right. Can I please get a message for group 3 from their soulmate? Intelligence, victory, passion. Okay, So thus far, you guys, the message I'm getting is essentially that you inspire this person to be a lot more passionate than what they previously have been or what they are used to. I think that your soulmate is somebody who is rather stoic. This is giving me Virgo energy. This is giving me Capricorn energy. This is giving me, and I know the King of Swords is a air sign. He's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, very Aquarius energy as well. But he's stoic, okay? Like when we describe him and his personality, I would say he's like an Aquarius with a Capricorn moon. Like he's just, you know, not the warmest or the cuddliest. So when I see this show up and we're talking about a love letter from your soulmate, I'm essentially seeing this as like, I was a cold-hearted, stoic, not the friendliest person prior to meeting you. And then you have awakened this fire, this passion, this exhilaration within me. You have inspired me to go after what it is that I want. You've inspired me to open up emotionally. You've inspired me to feel. You've inspired me to love. You inspired me to touch, to feel, to experience love in its most pure form. But I think prior to you, this person was extremely just like robotic. And again, that's not shade to Capricorn. I love you the most, Capricorn. That's not shade to Aquarius. But that is the energy that the King of Swords presents. Very cold, very stoic. He's intelligent, but he's just not, again, the warmest or the cuddliest. And I feel like upon your guys' connection, he is becoming more so. We have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, you guys, is a victory. Six of Wands is essentially like you have received your golden ticket. You have crossed the finish line. You have won. All right. You have won. The way I see this is marriage. Okay. Or I see this as committing yourself, your soul to somebody else. To me, that means marriage. To other people, that may mean we're moving in together. That may mean we are having children together. That may mean we're just saying, oh my God, I love you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Like, it's going to mean different things for everybody. To me, this is representing marriage. When I'm thinking about a victory in regards to a relationship, it's marriage and it's health in a relationship. It's communication that is honest and transparent. It is a healthy, intimate life. It is that person being your best friend in every way, shape, and form, plus intimacy. Like that is what a victory to me is in a relationship. And again, plus marriage, because I wouldn't look at any relationship that I've had as a victory because I have not been married. So I can't be like, oh, you know, but again, for some people that may be different. Regardless, this person, your soulmate, is acknowledging that there is a victory here in this relationship. We also have the moon, all right? And the moon, you guys, is essentially talking about secrets being revealed, things coming to the surface. I honestly don't give a damn about the definition right now because that's just not the energy that it's giving. The energy that I'm picking up on right now with this moon card, it's emotional, it's deep, it's intense. It's giving me very Pisces energy. It's giving me very Scorpio, Cancer, deep, dark ocean, that type of vibe in regards to our emotional connection. Also, there's loyalty here. I don't know why I want to talk about that, but we have these two wolves here at this beautiful woman's side, this beautiful practitioner's side. And I'm just feeling like the loyalty between the three of them. Like they feel very loyal and enamored by her. They feel very much connected to her in a way where it's like, I would die for you. So I don't know if that is also a message that's coming through. I honestly never picked that message up previously when I've read from this deck or with the moon card in general. That's not something I usually get. So I find that interesting that loyalty was something that needed to come up. Can I please have... Oh, perfect. Again, marriage. A king and a queen. A king and a frickin' queen. It makes sense to me that the Queen of Swords would be one of the only queens that's capable of bringing the King of Swords out of his dark, stoic, standoffish energy. So Queen of Swords is here. She's very independent. She's very intelligent. She's also a truth seeker. She's not somebody who enjoys BS. She's not somebody who tolerates BS. She would prefer to be alone than to be with somebody who is crappy. So I feel like that is perhaps why the King of Swords is feeling like he has to step up to the plate. He has to go after her. He has to put his heart on the line because the Queen of Swords isn't going to tolerate anything less. Now, what I find interesting is the fact that we have the Seven of Cups here. This is talking about having options. I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong, I'm open to being wrong, but I don't think it's a compliment, you guys, when you are with somebody and like they're like, oh, I choose to be with you, but like in reality they don't have options. Does that make sense? Like a desperate man isn't a loyal man, he's just desperate. So what I'm trying to say is the fact that loyalty was coming up with the moon. I don't think that your soulmate is loyal to you because they have a lack of options, group 3. Your soulmate is loyal to you because they love you, because they're choosing you. And again, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the 7 of Cups is talking about having a lot of options in front of you. The fact that loyalty was coming up with the moon, which again is not something that usually comes up for me with the moon, I find that interesting, and I feel like it's intentionally coming up this way to make a point of like, I have options. I'm not choosing you by default. I would rather not be chosen than to be chosen by default. So when I see this, it's like, I choose you because like there's nobody else on planet Earth who would make me as happy as you do. There's nobody who's going to love me as much as you love me. There's nobody I'm capable of loving as much as I love you. We also have the... No. 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords, you guys, is talking about change and transformation. Again, I think that you have inspired your soulmate to change and transform, because I think that previously, and I'm not trying to be a butt, but I feel like this person was just somebody who was not a good person in relationships. And that's not to say that they were a bad person in general, but I just don't think this person was necessarily the best partner in previous relationships. Whether this is a man or a woman, I honestly don't give a frick. I think that they were awful in relationships. I think that they were bad communicators. I think that it's very possible they weren't loyal. I think it's very possible that they struggled with intimacy or opening up or having like deep conversations. Like I think that this person in previous relationships just kind of sucked. And I feel like with you, this person is choosing to transform. This person, not even choosing, I feel like they almost don't have a choice but to transform because of how much they love you, because of how they feel about you, because of their desire to be with you. This person has no choice but to evolve, and they recognize that. For some of you, it's possible this could be a long distance relationship that evolves into like, again, a marriage and you guys living together and having a life together. Oh no. Can I please have, yeah. Here, we will put you there. We have past life soulmate. You've had many past lives together. It makes sense to me, you guys, that like you are the key to this person not being a cold-hearted bitch, okay? Again, not to say that this person is a bad person or was a bad person prior to meeting you. I just don't think that they were a good romantic partner. I know many people who are good people who are awful romantic partners, and like I would never want to date them, but like they're good people. So when I see this, I feel like the reason why they were not capable, and this is not an excuse on their part, but I feel like the reason why this is coming up, it's to say like we are soulmates. Like my soul has yearned for your soul. I have always wanted to be with you, or my soul has always felt a pull in a direction that I didn't understand. My previous relationships didn't make sense, and I don't know why. I couldn't connect to people, and I don't know why. I didn't feel like I could open myself up in the way that I can open myself up with you, and I don't know why that is. And I think the reason why is because there's a past life connection here. Now, past lives, you guys, it's probably the only thing that I shouldn't say that, that's not true. Past lives are one of the only spiritual things that I truly wholeheartedly with my entire body, like I believe that past lives are real. I believe we've all experienced past lives. I believe our past lives play a role in our current life. I also believe that we connect with souls from lifetimes ago that we've connected with previously. I feel like we're drawn to certain people for those reasons. And I feel like that is the case here with you guys and this connection with your soulmate. We also have a stalemate. This is a stalemate situation. Someone needs to take decisive action. someone needs to take decisive action. So when I see this, I do see this potentially as your soulmate recognizing the fact that they had stalled for such a long time, or they refused to make any definitive decision for such a long time in regards to their love life in general. I feel like this is just because they were waiting for you, or because, again, previous relationships just didn't feel right. It just didn't hit the same way that your guys' relationship hit. So we also have fragile heart, and it says that you can be vulnerable and trust in this connection. Your fragile heart is safe. And I think that for you guys specifically, group number 3, you guys are safer than perhaps you've ever felt in any other relationship, or they want to make you feel safer than you ever felt in any other relationship. Because again, this person is not loyal to you out of a lack of options. This person is loyal to you because they love you. This person is loyal to you because they want to be loyal to you. It's a choice. It's not something that they feel like, oh, well, this is the best I'm going to get. It's not the taxi cab theory, right? They're not just like, oh, I'm ready to have a baby and settle down, so I have to just pick this random one. This person loves you, and I don't think this person would want to settle down if it wasn't with you. Can I have... We have protected. You are safe and divinely guided. You are protected. You are safe in this relationship, group 3. I want you guys to know that when you meet this person's going to make you feel extremely safe. You are safe with this person. We have fate as well. This is a destined partnership. A destined partnership. You are destined to be with this person. Again, it makes sense to me, the fact that we have a past life soulmate here and then fate. Can I please get... We have playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to shine. A fun to shine. So having fun with this person. I think obviously you guys are going to have good banter. You guys are going to have a good back and forth. I feel like in this love letter to you, they are relaying like we are never going to lose. We're never going to lose the youthfulness of the beginning of our relationship. We're never going to lose that feeling of like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see him. I'm so excited to see her. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I do believe certain people are worth waiting for. I do believe soulmate connections are worth waiting for. Karmic connections, no. Any random Joe Schmo, no. But I do believe that soulmate relationships, soulmate connections are most definitely always worth waiting for. So you guys need to be patient if you are still waiting for this person. I do feel like for some of you, you have recently met this person. I don't know why I'm getting that energy, but I feel like for some of you, you have recently met this person. We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. So this person may have a very similar childhood to yourself. You guys may be able to relate a lot to that. Or this person may carry certain traits of your parents. Perhaps things about your parents that have traumatized you or have hurt you in the past. This person may exhibit some of that, and that may be something that you are like working through with this person. Can I please get a message? We have Gemini energy here, which is so funny because there's so much air sign energy. This is curiosity, intellect, and networking. I think that that's just referencing your guys' communication and like them communicating in this letter of how important communication is to them and to your guys' relationship. Also, I believe it's very possible that you guys may be meeting this person through friends. We have Uranus. This is radical change. And I think that this is what you have done to your soulmate, group number 3. You have radically changed them. You have radically altered who it is that they are on a cellular level. This person's not going to be the same person prior to meet. Like they are different after meeting you. I feel like this radical change is just essentially, again, representing the fact that once you came into their life, they started to have a desire for things they didn't desire previously. They started to want things. They started to imagine a future that they didn't imagine for themselves previously. That may also be vice versa, you guys. Celebration. Okay. So I see this as like a relationship that I want to celebrate, a relationship that I deem worthy enough to celebrate. Not your soulmate. Whew. Release. There may be certain trauma from your past or from their past that they feel capable of releasing, or you feel capable of releasing through this relationship, through this connection. And we also have peace. Like, this person just wants to bring you happiness and peace, you guys. Like, this feels like a very non-dramatic relationship. This feels like a relationship that I don't want to say is perfect, but it's pretty close to perfect. Like, it feels like a relationship where it's like, I'm loyal, you're loyal. The things about me that need to be changed, I want to change them for you. I'm ready to like radically alter who it is that I am, or evolve. I don't want to say alter, but evolve as a person, because like that is what you deserve. Like, I feel like this person has a desire to make you happy. This person has a desire to give you what it is that you deserve out of love. And this peace feels like the overall energy of your relationship. Like, it's just peaceful. Okay. Can I please have You are my soulmate. You are my soulmate. And I love you. I mean, guys, there's no other pile today that has gotten the soulmate card or an I love you. And this is honestly the healthiest pile. Like, if you picked pile number 3, you picked the right pile, all right? It makes me very excited that this is the pile you picked, because the other 2 piles were definitely a little rough. Can I please get... In order to cope with separation from a loved one, we need to realize that spiritually we are always connected to those we love. Neither distance nor time can separate that which is united by love. Okay. We also have, don't fear the current changes. All is happening in accordance with your divine plan. The current events are paving the way to a brighter future. Love illuminates all darkness. Remain positive and light. And then we have a profound transformation is taking place in your life. Be yourself. You have so much to offer the world just by being you. Your love has the power to transform all things, including your relationship and love life. All right. Let's go ahead and get just a few more. A letter. We have reject, a firm rejection. Honestly, you guys, the first thing that came to mind is like, this person's going to swerve anybody that pursues them. Like, this person's going to be like, I have a woman, I have a man, I have a wife. Like, get out of my face, you little harlot. I'm not here to mess around with all this tomfoolery. A firm rejection, I feel like if it's anything less than a firm rejection when you're in a relationship, if somebody is not firmly rejecting an outside party, then it's... you can have them. You can have them, because like, that's dirty. That's dirty. You're for the streets. A firm rejection or get out my face. So that is how I'm reading that, you guys. Again, it feels very much connected back to the loyalty. We have a romantic night, romantic entanglement, and a sexual encounter. A romantic entanglement and a sexual encounter. But anyways, we have step forward, and this says accelerate, bring forward, make progress. And I think this is essentially like how this person views this relationship. It's something that they want to accelerate, something that they want to step forward with. It's something that they are proud of. It's something that they have a desire to move along. I always say this, you guys, what doesn't grow dies. If a relationship stops growing, it's going to die. But that goes with anything, right? Like, if we stop growing as individuals, like, essentially your life is done. If you've learned everything that you need to learn, your life is essentially done, because what the frick is the point of being here if you're not learning? So accelerate, step forward. I think that this person is viewing your guys' relationship again as something that they want to continue to progress in. Even after marriage, even after you guys have been together for a long time, if you don't want marriage, it still feels like something that they want to constantly work at. They want to constantly move forward. So, group number 3, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful, and that is all I got. So, bye.